Boston Belle.
Celebrate.
First time I looked at
Ready? Cheese! Fishing, farming, hunting.
tall,
Gorgeous.
Right.
real English gentleman.
Yeah, John like a jolly good chap. John is fabulous.
Laid back, great character.
One, yes, you're on.
But hope his hard pad is better.
Farming, fishing.
Speedy like a useless.
Gay, magnificent, super sexy.
3 words.
Funny tall, rabbit,
Tweed.
Okay. Dogs, tall, sensible.
Cows.
John Leggett has a wry sense of humour.
Hello, belly.
Johnny is the kindest, nice gentleman.
Perfect.
Pizza.
Ready? So, Dad, Daihatsu Terios, and roar!
John's a wildlife fanatic. Great footballing farmer.
No, say it as it is. 3, 2, 1, action.
Everyone's listening to you, it's just wonderful.
John Legg is a very good friend of mine, larger than life.
Friend. A storyteller. And fun.
He's a massive man. He's a fisherman. He's a hunting man.
It's a wonderful friend.
A very good mate. Cheers.
Thank you.
Spaniels, pigs, and sitting by a good fire.
Linguini. Daihatsu Terriers.
Fun huntsman farmer.
Grandpa is grumpy, smelly, and also a lot of fun. Grandpa is burnt, stinky, and
Countryman, a gentleman, and good friend. Big black bitches.
John Leggett, our real countryman.
Perfect.
3 words.
Let's pick her up. Lincolnshire has now.
Perfect. Great.
let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets as I go.
Best Boston Belle. And Mum and Dad were getting quite excited this afternoon when they realised that myself and Rick would be on board of the boat, given the fact that we're cruise managers. So I don't know if you realise that we work on the Danube River, the Rhine River, the Seine, the Saône, and we're very happy to extend the Welland and the Haven to our portfolio. But I don't think I'm the right person to tell you about what you can see in the history and the bird life and the wildlife. So we thought it would be quite novel to talk about my dear father. Every time I come home, Dad always says, all you do is take the mickey out of me. I tend to just share with you a few little stories about Dad. I'm going to start. Go back to Holland. I'm going to start with Dad and the internet. I don't know how you feel about the subject, but many moons ago we got Dad hooked up online with a BT broadband. He got his first laptop, and he started off as a one-handed typer. And I remember fondly with your first lesson.
Steady up.
He would put his glasses on the end of his nose like this. And this is the you press the button and then just check if it was there. But lo and behold, he's since become a two-handed typer. And I think you've progressed very well. So much so that at Christmas, Dad would come over to Holland and see us on the iPad, and Dad was getting quite into an iPad. So Mum said, well, let's buy John an iPad for Christmas. So this last Christmas, Christmas Day came, Dad opened up his new iPad, and your first words were, "What a waste of money!" I have to admire you, Dad, because now you're flicking through the web pages like it's anyone's business. So much so that it's actually doing Mum's head in because she can't get a word in anymore. We came home on Thursday, and Mum's words were, "I want to throw the darn thing out the window." Because you're clearly on the iPad a little bit too much. The second subject I'd like to share with you is Dad's beloved Daihatsu Terios, which is certainly the discerning man's Range Rover. In the family, it has been the butt of one or two jokes. It has recently made a cameo appearance on a kind of spin-off of Top Gear, which our two-star hosts are a part of, if you've not seen it. But given the capability of that particular piece of video, Jeremy Clarkson actually did a road test on the Daihatsu Terios, and I'd like to share with you his comments. Jeremy Clarkson writes, "Pretty much your worst SUV nightmare. Push it off a cliff, don't push it off a cliff. Either way, it will depreciate at about the same rate. A good argument for walking." But silliness aside, I just read, and I'm getting quite excited for you, because Daihatsu Terios have a special edition released in 2007 called the Daihatsu Terios Fox, which I think would be very aptly named for your future 4x4. And the third subject I'd like to share with you is travel, international travel, or lack of it. You're very fond of coming over to the continent now, which we think is fantastic. And I would like to share you a story from last summer. And last summer we were in a town called Maastricht over in Holland, and we sat down in the cafe, and Dad's words were, "I always like to try the local products," and we thought, brilliant. So he ordered a local beer. So the local beer arrived, and he started to try the local beer. We asked for the English menu, and he was scouring through the menu, and your words were, "Linguini, is that local?" It was an Italian restaurant. And fittingly on the same trip, I remember you lost your front tooth eating into a watermelon, of all things. I don't think Mum should be let off lightly either. And as you all know, there was the horse meat scandal earlier in the year. And we took Mum and Dad down to Borough Market. And Borough Market, as you know, is a great hive of food gourmet heaven. And of course, Dad scoured the fresh meat stand straight away. And they had a selection of novelty burgers for sale this afternoon. And some of them, well, they were sold as horse meat burgers. So Dad echoed Mother across, going, Nicky, look. They're selling here horse meat burgers to To which Mum replied, "Oh, you don't know what's in them these days." But silliness aside, we're all here as friends. If you're a school friend, a farming friend, a hunting friend, either way, I mean, as parents, as friends, we think you're fantastic, and we're so happy to be part of this afternoon. I found a quote which I'd like to share with you all, which is about friendship. The author is unknown, which I think you'll see why probably. But the quote is as follows: "A friend is like a good bra, hard to find, supportive, always lifts you up, makes you look better, never lets you down or leaves you hanging, but importantly, always close to your heart."
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just keep your attention just for a few more seconds, I'd like to propose a toast, just following on what some of my brothers said. I wasn't quite sure what to say. I thought it'd be nice to share with you some of the things that my dad's taught me through his 69 and a bit years experience. Firstly, my dad has always taught me to be careful with money, which won't come as a surprise. Secondly, I remember very clearly when my dad dropped me off at university and he shook my hand as he dropped me off at the digs. And he said, "Son, you're an adult now, you can live your life how you want to do. Just make sure if you get up to any mischief that your mum doesn't find out." And lastly, again, also very clearly, I remember at college, just as I started going out and drinking, and Dad said to me, if there was ever any trouble brewing, or some big lad's going to beat you up, to show them a clean pair of heels. So in summary, my dad has taught me to be tight, he's taught me to lie, he's taught me to be a coward. On that note, if I could just propose a toast to John.
Thank you, you're just the top guy.
No, can't follow that one.